Hello there, folks. Hatman here. Today we're talking about Ultimate General American Revolution. I know a lot of you guys asked me about what is happening with the campaign, when are we going to get a new patch and stuff like that. So I've decided to share some of the information I could find on their Discord channel. This is Steiner. He's the admin here. And on 17th of this month, he talked about the new patch. He said that he was prepared. They're working on stabilizing it with alpha testers. And in case it kind of comes a bit late, it will probably include the whole American campaign. And here we can see the entire map of a US campaign. The content is almost ready. It's being tested. They're working on including new mechanics. Whenever you build something new and you add it to the already existing mechanics, it can have some kind of ripple effect through them. So they will probably need to stabilize and work on a lot of stuff. They said that they're working on improving performance across the map. They will be testing and fixing visual, logical, and navigational issues. What does this mean? Well, firstly, visual problems. My biggest issue here would be when you are in a fight, in a battle. Sometimes you cannot differentiate between the types of terrains, and this is very important because many times your artillery cannot fire. Enemies are over the hill or behind the hill, and you're trying to fire. You're trying to position your artillery, and you have no idea where it is. Is it like at the top of the hill or down in the valley? It has a lot of effects on how the battles are being played. I'm not sure if the hills affect movement of troops. Are they moving slower or faster? Does this reduce their stamina? Probably does. I think that climbing hills reduce stamina to units. When it comes to firefights between two infantry units, I do not know if there are any kind of effects. Probably there are, but I cannot tell for sure. I need to do a little bit more testing. And logical issues like when you're offered a choice during the grand campaign, and they ask you if you're gonna support specific province with money, or you will lose some loyalty. Sometimes like you need to pay money and you lose loyalty, but if you refuse to pay money, you kind of gain loyalty, which makes no sense. So they need to work on those kind of things. Navigational issues like moving through the coastal areas, literally moving through the sea, the Atlantic Ocean. You've seen those glitches if you watch my campaign so far. Also, one of the biggest problems I have is how units move. They sometimes will just refuse to go over their own units on the grand campaign, which is really bad. The way the units kind of move around the general, especially brigades. What happens when you sometimes form a brigade? The brigade is disappearing and moving in an ordered direction. So this is the biggest issue I have with navigational topic. As they say, everything is being alpha tested, and let's go and check the whole map. Okay, before we start, just to note something, basic geography. To the northwest, we can see the Great Lakes. It's a natural border between US and Canada. This should be the province of Ontario. Then to the north, we should have province of Quebec. This should be state of Maine. And to the south, we have state of Florida. And then we have Appalachian Mountains or mountain chain. To the east of Appalachia, we can see a lot of settlements. But what is happening with Appalachia and the west of Appalachian Mountains, I have no idea. This should be more of an Indian territory. What are they going to do with Indians? Are they going to have their own settlements that you can take? Or they're going to come and attack you as nomads and then just retreat? Or like, what are they going to do? Have no clue. Have no idea how they're going to implement those mechanics, and I cannot wait to see it. We have here a Palachola River and the Palachola Bay and Appalachia Bay here. It's Fort St. Marcus, Western Florida. If we move a bit up, to the north should be Tallahassee, today's Tallahassee. And we have Fort St. Augustine. And to the north should be today's Jacksonville, if I remember correctly. As we're moving to Georgia, we can see Fort King George, Savannah. This should be South Carolina, of course. Georgetown, Kingston. Let's move a bit more to the north. New Bern, this would be the Northern Carolina, of course. And there should be Virginia. Mhm. Around Norfolk. Yeah, this should be Virginia. And then as we are moving forward, we can see state of Delaware. We can see Maryland, of course. Yeah, here is Baltimore, as you can see. Here should be Washington D.C., but Washington D.C. was founded in 1790, so of course it's 15 years before the start of our campaign. As we are moving forward, we can see state of Pennsylvania, Philly. This should be New Jersey, right? And yeah, this should be the state of New York. And then we are moving to the already known part of the campaign, of course. So nothing new here. That's it. It's a huge campaign. If you look at it from this point of view, all the 13 colonies, everything, and if they include native Indians, they'll be phenomenal. We not gonna see Spanish, or I'm not sure if we're gonna see any French. That will be very interesting. But this game is really, really promising. It's huge. A lot of things to do. A lot of research to do. I would love to see it, and you guys tell me how you feel about it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this type of update, and see you next time. Bye bye for now.